Om Sadashivasamaramabham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Akhandam Sachidanandam Avang Manasagocharam Atmanam Akhiladharam Ashraye Bhishta Siddhaye Arthatopi Advayanandan Atitadvaita Bhanataha Guru Naradya Vedanta Saram Vakshyeyatamatihi. Okay, before we start the class, today also happens to be the 106th anniversary of Puja Swami Chinmayananji. Okay, and he was my inspiration. I am sure some of you have listened to him as well. Therefore, I would like to pay all my respects to Gurudev, as we used to call him. And one statement he used to make even those days, and as the years go by, that statement gains more and more importance. That statement was, if we convert Hindus to Hinduism, all problems in the nation will be solved. Hindus to Hinduism. We don't want to convert others. Okay. And as what I am seeing, what's happening in the country, I am seeing the profundity of that statement more and more, the validity of that statement more and more. Okay. All right. Now, we saw the first verse of chapter 6 last time, second verse rather, Jivan Muktaha. Who is a Jivan Muktaha? In one verse, he had put one para, he had put the whole thing up. Okay. And I am sure, I don't think there will be much of questions or clarifications. If they are there, please shoot. Or?
One question I had on that.
Yeah.
So, Swamiji, the fact that Jivan Mukta from his standpoint would come to the direct knowledge that I am actually Nitya Mukta.
Yeah. Yeah.
The part about the fact that therefore there is not going to be a rebirth, etc. Is that still the Shastra Pramanam, or would that also be a direct knowledge for the Jivan Mukta?
Direct knowledge. You know, it is something like this. In the beginning we say, I am free because the Shastra says so. Later on, I am free, therefore the Shastra is saying I am free. You get the point? I am already Nitya Mukta, I am free. Therefore the Shastra is saying I am free. Because if I was not free, would the Shastra say I am free? No. So it's I have validated this knowledge in my life. That is Jivan Mukta. The one who has validated this knowledge in your life, it's a fact of his day-to-day living. This in some books is called as Nishtha. Now Puja Swamiji never used to like to use this word Nishtha. I also use it very rarely. Nishtha means to be rooted in this knowledge. Okay? How well you have grounded yourself in this knowledge. Or like what Swami Chinmayananji used to say, what has gone through the years, has it sunk into the heart? How much it has sunk? Now this question of rootedness will keep growing all your life. The more you are dabbling in a thing, the more it will become, yeah. That is true of any knowledge, isn't it? Any discipline. The more you are into it, the more it grows on you. Look at Ramana's Nishtha. Where is Ramana's Nishtha and where is my Nishtha? So, that will always keep growing. But Jivan Mukta is one who has validated it and he doesn't lose sight of it in his day-to-day living. Whatever lifestyle he is having. Whatever lifestyle. Lifestyle doesn't matter. Okay. Yogarato va, bhogarato va, sangarato va, sangavihina, yasya brahmani ramate chittam nandati nandati nandatyeva. Sure, all of you know the meaning of that. Yeah. whether he lives a life of yoga or bhoga. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Yoga, life of discipline, this, control, that. Good. Life of bhoga, अरे खाओ पियो मजा करो क्या करने का. But your health, you will die soon. I am deathless. What difference does it make if the body drops 10 years earlier? की फर्क पैंदे? Really, what does it matter? Yeah. So, bhogarato va, sangarato va is always in company of people. Vivikta desha sevitvam etc. not applicable to him. That's applicable to the student. Sangarataha, always there are some people around. Sangha vihina, loner, like Tapovan Maharaj, roaming in the hills, Himalayas all the time. Yasya brahmani ramate chittam, one whose mind is reveling in Brahman. Nandati, nandati, nandatyeva. That person alone enjoys. He himself, Ananda all the time. So how much clear this knowledge is for you, how much you have validated it, how much it's a part of your day-to-day life. That is the question. Someone who has studied the Gita and the Upanishad with me, I expect them to have the vision all right. They have the vision, I know that. But how much it is there in their lives is a question. Yeah, how much is there in their lives? Yeah. So, there is, like how we saw in the Gita, there is no other way of describing someone who is a Jivan Mukta. Because personality traits will vary from one to the other. Remember, every person who has known the truth is a strong personality. If you are not a strong personality, there is no way you will be able to go and know the truth. At the same time, you have seen that strong personality is mithya. Therefore, you are very comfortable wearing it as a robe and functioning. So, some people will be very compassionate. I used to call my Guru Swami Dayananji as King of Compassion. I have told this to him on his face, okay? Yeah. And he turned around and told me, I could manage everything but not my compassion. So, some of you will have to struggle because I am too compassionate to some other people. Yeah, he's told me this honestly. Whereas Gurudev Swami Chinmayanji was very strict in every little thing. Yeah. Once I remember, quite a few people were late for the morning meditation class. Late means few minutes, okay, 5 minutes. But we are all in the ashram. Why do you have to be 5 minutes late? So he walked out of the meditation, no? And he said, whole day people are fasting now. No food, no cooking of food will happen in the ashram that day. Everyone is going to be fasting. Straight, simple as that. I don't know how many people who come to my camps will survive such discipline. Because morning meditation, half the class is not there anyway. Okay, gear yourself for a live camp in August, third weekend of August, okay? In Borivali, Binder, that place. Yeah. Keshav Srishti. Again, for those who are out of town and want a hybrid option, we'll see how to do that. Some of it at least we'll be able to give. Yeah. We'll see, we'll work out all the details, but this is it. So, personality differences will always be there between teacher and teacher. Yeah. If you look at the Shankaracharyas, etc., they're aloof from people, there's an aura created around them. Mainly by the followers, not by them. Because when I met them one-on-one, there is no that grandeur and things about them. They are very simple people. Yeah. But something. And if you take a great scholar and a Jivan Mukta like Swami Taranandagiri, the most casual man you will ever see. Yeah. There is no retinue following him, etc. He'll go for a walk on his own, eat mungfali, peanuts on the way walking. His greatness lay very lightly on his shoulders. So, personality wise, there is no way to describe a Jivan Mukta, because each personality will vary. Yeah. Yeah. Some may be conventional, some may be unconventional, some may be this, some may be that. Yeah. Some may be even orthodox. Somebody, how can they be orthodox? Orthodoxy is a problem. Yeah, but they were brought up like that. If you look, many of the Mathadipatis, etc., there is a certain amount of orthodoxy around them. Why? Because they went as children, joined the Matha. They were brought up by all the Pandits, etc., who are very orthodox people. The most orthodox people are the Pandits and the priests. And they were brought up by them. So the exposure to other areas is less. So that some orthodoxy would be there. It will not be a conditioning, but it will be a habit with them. Because that's what they are comfortable with. That's the lifestyle they are comfortable with. Not that they are depend upon it, but there is a comfort. Like how a progressive lifestyle I am comfortable with. So they are comfortable with a more orthodox lifestyle. That's all. The problem is only if that orthodoxy becomes a conditioning, not otherwise. Yeah. Okay, then let us go ahead. And he is quoting something which is very, very, very beautiful. He is quoting from the Mundaka Upanishad here. Okay. Vidyate hridaya grantihi chidyante sarva samshaya kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drishte paravare. Okay. Avare paradrishte, in the lower, the created entity, me, the Jivan, the creation. Paraha drishte sati, who has recognized what is absolute, that I am really not a created entity, I am the base of the whole creation. Satyam jnanam brahman aham asmiti. Satyam jnanam brahma aham asmiti. Once you have realized that, understood that, owned it up in their lives, that person, what happens? Vidyate hridaya grantihi. Hridaya grantihi vidyate. The knots of the heart are resolved. Now, what is the knot of the heart? Okay. It is not heart blockages. Okay. Many wise people had heart blockages. Why? The problem of too much of social eating. Okay. Yeah. Because they go to the devotee's house to eat. And for the devotee, it's a big thing because he's coming after 3 months. So there's a full spread. But for the wise person, that's a daily affair. Imagine having a full spread every day. What will happen to cholesterol, diabetes, everything. By the way, those who are worried about my health, I got it all checked up. Everything is normal. Ridiculously normal. Okay. I'll have to eat some fats to put up my cholesterol a bit. It is so low. Okay. Okay, that apart, jokes apart. Hridaya grantihi means what? Avidya kama karma. This is called Hridaya granti. Avidya is the main thing. Lack of self-knowledge. Ignorance, self-ignorance, which will go only with self-knowledge. The pramana jnanya jnanam. The knowledge gained from a pramana, that's the only thing that will knock off your ignorance. Now, because of ignorance, there is a sense of finitude. I am this much only. See, avidya, kama, karma, the major steps he has mentioned, in between, nuances. Because of avidya, there is the sense of finitude. I am a finite being. If I am a finite being, that is my conclusion, and I am not really finite, I will struggle against my finitude. It is natural. Whatever is not your nature, you will struggle against. There is such a big eyeball in your eye socket, huge, inside. Why don't you tolerate one small particle of dust? थोड़ा सा, half mm. You'll struggle against it. Why? It's alien to you. So similarly, I who have concluded I am a finite entity and I am really speaking the infinite consciousness, will struggle against that. But I don't know what I am. I don't know where to get a solution from. Therefore, the natural expression will be to add on things or to cut off things. Kamaha. From avidya will come your ahankara, your sense of finitude, and from that will come kama. Kama includes here ragadvesha both. What you like, what you dislike, what you want to have, what you want to get rid of. The girl I like, not her mother. The boy I like, not his mother. Kama, both. Okay, yeah. So, avidya, kama. And because of that, karma. Naturally. How long can you keep believing in Santa Claus will give it to you? Yeah. How long will you keep believing in Santa Claus giving it to you? Or some fairy angel coming and giving it to you? Nahi hai. You have to get it. Therefore, you will do something. In fact, if you have a lot of desires in you, you can't but help do things. Karma. Karma means what you are doing. And karma phalam. And because karma phalam, janma, dehantara prapti, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. Again birth, again death, again in the mother's womb. Iha samsare bahudustare kripya pahe pahi murare. Hey, this samsara is very vast. Oh Lord, please save me. That will be your attitude, if there is some maturity. Otherwise, नहीं संसारा में मजा आता है. संसारा का मजा लेने को सीखना चाहिए. There are people like that also, Charvakas, etc. We see in all those philosophies, the Charvaka, etc. They are people like that. Okay, yeah. Or like my friend's sister told her, no, I don't want to get moksha this time. I want to enjoy life for a few more lifetimes. Forget next lifetime. She wants to enjoy it for a few more lifetimes. Therefore, what you think as enjoyment, see, when you don't know what higher enjoyment is available, you will think this is great, no? Like this guy goes to the, all he has seen is the garden next to his house. So nice, nature, this, that, etc. He thinks that's the greatest place on earth. Why? He has not seen the forest. He has not seen the Himalayas. He has not seen the Sahyadris. Therefore, he thinks this is everything. Same thing happens with samsara. बहुत मजा आता है इधर. Why? You have not seen what is higher. You have not seen what is greater, what is possible. That possibility you have not seen. Therefore, you think this is great. It is like years ago, just to give you an idea, okay? I took a group to Badri Kedarnath, years ago, 20 years. That time your cell phones and all will not work there. Now on the main road, Jio will work. MTNL, Jio and all will work. BSNL will work. But those days, Kedarnath there, So you know how Bombay people are. They want to call home and let them know everything is okay. It's a 5-day trip, okay? From Rishikesh to Rishikesh, Badri and Kedar is only 5 days. But from Kedarnath we want to call, 3 days we have been out of touch. Narayana. So there was a local STD center where you could make STD calls. So that guy, now there is a queue now. The queue, everyone is our students only, our champions. Satish Bhai will remember. Meena Kriplani was there. And a few others from the South Bombay group was there, waiting. And so someone said, अरे भैया थोड़ा जल्दी लगाओ ना, क्या ऐसा लगता नहीं है. अरे मेम साहब, what to tell you? We have only 2 lines from here. Bombay you may have 50 lines, but here we have only 2 lines. And we all laughed. Bombay, one building will have 50 lines. What are you talking about? One small building will have 50 lines. But he doesn't have a clue. Why? He thinks 2 lines, Bombay 50 lines. That is his idea. Similarly, people who think samsara is great fun is like that. No clue about what higher ananda awaits you. What fulfillment awaits you, no clue of that. They think the small joys of life is all. In fact, there is a very well-known Hindi poet, very, very popular among the liberal crowd, who wrote like that. Aro ho, mavaro ho, na chahta hu chira sukh. I don't want constant happiness. Na chahta hu chira dukh. I don't want constant sorrow. Aro ho, mavaro ho se jeevan geet madhur banta. Only by ups and downs is the journey of life sweet. He wants the journey of life to be sweet. But he says the ups and downs only make it sweet. This is all emotional nonsense of ignorant minds. As poetry, it sounds good. Isam Bachchan, अपना अमिताभ बच्चन का पिताजी है. Okay. That's why I said very popular with the media. You have no idea. Therefore, you romanticize life. You make fairy tales out of life. Happily ever after business. All this nonsense you make because you are not having a look at life as what it is. Not had a good hard look at life. Not aware of your existential issues that are there. Yeah. People came to Bombay with great purpose. I have 2 kids. I'm going to buy 2 flats for both of them. So all his life the poor man struggled, scrimped and saved. Middle class man, Baba. He has come as an immigrant from the village to the city. Naturally he has to struggle, as many of our parents did. And he bought 2 flats for both his kids. And both the kids went abroad for studying and they're saying they're not going to come back. Whole life his purpose was to provide a home for each of his kids. What has happened to that purpose? Life has been a waste or not? Right? What happened to your purpose? क्या हो गया? I want to be a good parent. You are a good parent, you brought them up well, you gave them good education, enough. Let them make their way in life. That's why there is a famous doha in Hindi which says that पुत सुपुत है तो कादन संचय, पुत कुपुत है तो कादन संचय. If your child is a good person, capable person, then why do you want to accumulate wealth? He will get his own wealth, he will make his own money. And if he is a wastrel in life, what is the point in providing him wealth? He will waste it anyway. Sensible guy. Whoever wrote that line was sensible. What I am trying to say is, this purposelessness is a fact of everyone's life. You have dreams for your son. He'll be like that, he'll be like that, he'll be like that. We have studied his horoscope. I waited so long to have a child because I wanted him to be a great person. And the guy says, I'm going to be a sadhu. Big issue. Big issue. Big issue. Correct or not? Or worse, he goes and joins ISKCON. After IIT, he goes and joins ISKCON. And he's dancing on the road, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. And the parents are seeing him there, and what will they? They'll tear their hair out. Correct? So to recognize that this is samsara, your life at the end of the day, how much meaning it has. If you have grown, there is some meaning in it. If you have not grown, there is no meaning in it. Western thing, I leave a legacy. What legacy? What legacy are you going to leave? Tell me. Yeah, what legacy are you going to leave? One man left a legacy like that in Mumbai, a Parsi gentleman. There is a statue to him in near Churchgate. It's called the Khada Parsi statue, the standing Parsi. Nobody knows who the guy is. Legacy. There is a statue to his name. Kaun hai ye champion? Who is this champion? Who is he? Even the name people don't know. Are you getting the idea? Shankara left a legacy of Vedanta tradition. Yes. And some of us sincerely tried to keep the parampara pure and going. But you know how much of corruption has happened in other setups? And our setups also. Our setups less, because only one generation. Because we consistently saw that we will not make it a personality cult. But other places? Thank God Shankara was a wise person, he won't be bothered by it. He says, I did what I did, now it's up to the others to keep it going. So, if you have not seen these things, Hridaya, Granthi, Avidya, Kama, Karma remains with you. Tad vidyate for the wise person, because avidya gone, everything else gone. For the wise person, Hridaya, Granthi, vidyate, completely gone. Chidyante sarva samshayaha, all doubts. Doubts we are talking about, not about how to operate your laptop or your phone or something like that. We are talking about samshaya with regarding to yourself, to you, with respect to Ishvara, with respect to you, with respect to the pramana, with respect to karma, karma phala. All these samshayas gone. Chidyante sarva samshaya. Because unless your knowledge is retrieved from all doubts, you cannot call it knowledge. You can't say, I know, but I doubt also. Huh? That means, mimamsitavyam, atanu mimamsitavyam. You must do some more vichara, more analysis, more mimamsa is necessary. That is why mananam becomes so important. Swami Taranandagiri used to emphasize this a lot. Some people study, some people sun ke ja raha hai. They listen and go. I mean, they not really studied, they only listened and gone. Mananam, to challenge your understanding. Yeah, challenge your understanding, important. Yeah. Okay. Siddhyante sarva samshayaha, kshiyante chasya karmani. All karmas are gone. All karmas. Generally, karmas are divided into three. Sanchitam, the total karma standing in your account as the jiva. You, Mr. Jiva, in this lifetime you have a name, okay? That name and etc. is only for this lifetime. Last lifetime you may have been called something else. Okay. You may have been a man, you may have been a woman, you may have been an animal, you may have been a tree, whatever. But this jiva has huge amount of karma. It's called sanchitam. Some of that karma has fructified to give you this life. It is called prarabdha. Prak arabdham. It began before you were born because it gave you your birth itself. So that's all karma. Including the fact, diabetes at 50, heart attack at 60, all that is part of karma, okay? You can manage it with your lifestyle, okay? But karma is there. Your present karma can manage it. Sometimes you can't. Whatever you do, it gets you. Like last Sunday, I am sitting aram se, thinking everything is set ready for the class. And karma decided, iska vayu thoda disturb kar dega. Disturb this guy's vayu a bit, the air element in you. And everything went haywire. I couldn't take the class. First time it is happening to me that I couldn't take a class because I am not well. Karma. Prarabdham, this is called. Then in this lifetime you are doing karma. That result is going to come to you. Most of the karma phala you will get in this lifetime only. So what is going to come to you in the future is called agami. He says the whole thing is gone. Why is the whole thing gone? Because it is in the account of Mr. Jiva. Mr. Jiva is negated. Is only Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman. Therefore, where will the karma be stand? Where is the karma? It is gone at one stroke. Now, there is a paradox here. What to do if the truth is paradoxical? I didn't create it, I am only explaining it. Okay. What is the paradox? That karma, prarabdha karma, let us start with, will affect this body and mind. Because remember, it started before. It is a cause for this body and mind. Therefore, we will say that the jnani's prarabdha will continue until the body drops. Technically speaking, you should say the jnani's body and mind will continue until it drops. But common language, common sense, we will say jnani's prarabdha will continue until the body drops. That's why jnani also will have to face ups and downs. Yeah, ups and downs in life, the jnani also will have to face. Experiences will be like that. Experiences of ups and downs. He is Ananda Swarupa, remember that. Yeah. He is Ananda Swarupa. Yeah. It is like classical example is what? They used to come and ask my teacher, towards the end of his life, Swamiji, how are you? He would smile. Heart is compromised, kidneys are not functioning, I can't see properly, I can't hear properly, but I am fine. And he would laugh at that. Which is true. His sight was very bad because of diabetic retinopathy, etc. Hearing was highly compromised. Kidneys had given up. He was on dialysis. Heart was compromised. But I am fine. He gave us a lesson. He gave us a lesson in how you can be Ananda in spite of everything going wrong. And why did it all go? Prarabdha. Plus Agami, whatever. Yeah. Prarabdha karma. Now some Purushartha could have contributed to it. They serve him all the sweets. Why should he eat it? That is where he said, I have not managed to manage my compassion. प्यार से लेके आया थोड़ा खा लो. I mean, all sadhus are like that. Because if you are Ananda, that Ananda manifests as love. And therefore, that these type of things will happen. Okay. So, some of it will happen. Therefore, we will say, the jnani has prarabdha. Not really. If he decides to sit in samadhi and go, or like Swami Ramtirtha, he decided enough is enough and he walked into the Ganga at Uttarkashi. He was quite fit and fine. But he said, अभी बहुत हो गया. कितना सिखाएगा? How much will I keep? Enough. And he walked into the Ganga. Yeah, Swami Ramtirtha did that. He took Jala Samadhi. Where does the prarabdha go? It's gone. By conscious choice. Okay. Swamiji, what is correct? What is correct? Whatever the jnani feels like is correct. It is his life. He has the wisdom to know what he should be doing. Yeah, he has the wisdom to know what he should be doing. No? Sit in samadhi and go, or show people how you can be Ananda. Enough examples of how you can be Ananda in spite of suffering. Okay. So as of present, my thinking is if something like that happens to me, I'll sit in samadhi and go. As of now. Samji really? Yeah, as of now. Tomorrow you may change your mind. I don't know. I may. Who knows for tomorrow? Yeah. So, prarabdha they say continues. Agami for this lifetime will be there naturally. Whatever he has done in the past will come. Sanchita is gone. But then people have doubts. Where will the Sanchita karma go? Does it say here sometime later? Where does the Sanchita karma go? So some of the texts talk about it like this, okay? It is just you can take it as Arthavada also. All those who praise the wise person, the Jivan Mukta, praise him, do some seva for him, etc., that person gets all the punya from the Sanchita karma. Wow. And the people who criticize him and do some things against that guy, he gets all the papa karma. I pity all those people who are criticizing me, okay? In my puja, a huge amount of papa karma is there. So I pity all those characters, okay? Yeah. I mean, it is just said like that. It's a bit of anarthavada, but take it in that spirit, okay? That all that goes there. Yeah. So sab karma is taken care of. It's a way of saying it, all right? Yeah. Because remember, if you understand the mithyatvam of it, then there is no need for all that stuff. Okay. At the same time, minds are taken up by vyavahara, so the Shastra gives you some sort of explanation, just so that your mind is okay, chalo, theek hai. Reva de, you can say reva de. It's all right. Yeah. Because I am unconventional, I get some sort of criticism, and I am thinking if all my papa karma is going to them, poor guys. They have such a tough time. See, I don't have to do anything. I just have to be. You get your knowledge, you work on your nishtha, everything else is taken care of automatically. But Swamiji, the wise person should forgive them, no? Yeah, forgiveness is an emotional standpoint you can take. Chalo yaar, theek hai, let it be. But in karma phala, there is nothing like forgiveness, okay? You have to go through. You have to pay the price. Karma phala doesn't mean saying because, I regret that. Okay? If you regret that, you do some prayaschitta karma, then that karma phala will come down. Because of your prayaschitta karma. Now, Swamiji, I done some bad, I will do some good. Then you will get the result of good and bad, both. So, if you want to negate your papa karma, you need to do prayaschitta karma. That means you are taking yourself as a finite being and doing it. Therefore, this is how the Jivan Mukta's karma is disposed of. Okay?
Can I ask a question?
Shoot.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, shoot.
So when I'm talking about karma, mostly I look at it from my individual point of view. I say that if I do a particular karma, then I will get karma phalam.
Yeah.
Whether papa karma or punya karma or whatever. But when I look at it, because of my karma, it affects the other persons also. So it's like a web. So I can't say that I'm the only person who's getting karma phalam. Because of my action, the others are also getting.
Agreed.
So it's not for example, you said that last Sunday you were unwell, but all of us had that collective karma because of which we missed the class. So how do we explain it? Because I am not the only one who's getting karma.
Correct.
Phalam.
It's always a collective. It's always a collective. Karma is always there. It's a matrix of karma. But we discuss it only from the individual standpoint because that's the only thing you can be more or less clear about. You can't handle the matrix. How do you handle? What all will you? Even an artificial intelligence computer model will not be able to handle it. Why? Because there may be things that are going to come 10 years, 20 years into the future that's unpredictable. Artificial intelligence can handle only what's predictable. Karma is completely unpredictable because you don't know what is there in your past. The unknown data is far huge compared to the known data. Therefore, certain guidelines we will give as far as a person is concerned. So, another way of looking at it is all this jnani's leftover karma goes to Ishvara, goes to the infrastructure for the next creation, etc. or for infrastructure needs. Exactly like how if a person dies without giving a nominee or a heir or a will, no heir also, what will happen to their bank account? Yeah, it goes to the government, national treasury, you know. It will become part of the national treasury. Same way, take it, it goes to the cosmic treasury. Ishvara's treasury of karma. Yeah. That's how it becomes. Chitragupta will be happy. Ah, thoda bonus mil gaya aaj. Chalo, I have some elbow room now.
Swamiji,
Yeah.
I'm a little confused about Agami karma. Sanchit karma which fructifies in this life, it is all prarabdha karma we go throughout. But
Yeah.
then Agami will be in this life or in the future life?
Agami is this life, future. What you have done now, which you will get result later.
Only in this life,
Yeah.
not in future. Agami will become Sanchita.
If there is any Agami left over, if you have died before getting all the Agami karma, then that Agami karma will go and join your Sanchita. Got it?
Then prarabdha and Agami.
You are looking at it as black and white, as hard categories. Prarabdha is part of Sanchita.
I thought prarabdha will continue as long as you live.
Correct. And the Agami you may not get in this lifetime. You did something. Let us say, right, I am 80-year-old.
Yes.
I plant a coconut tree, traditional coconut tree, which will take 12 years to give fruit.
Yes, sir.
And I die before that. Will I enjoy the fruit or will others enjoy the fruit?
Others.
Same way here also. I can die before all my Agami comes to fructification. I generally won't die before my prarabdha is up. But before Agami, yes, I can.
But Agami is also part of Sanchita only, no? It comes from Sanchita only?
No, Baba. Agami is the result of what you have done right now. What you are doing in this lifetime.
Okay.
Yeah. What you are doing in this lifetime. If
Yes,
it was part of Sanchita, we would have called it Prarabdha, not Agami.
Prarabdha, that was a little confused. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got it now.
Got it now.
Thank
Good.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's how it goes. Okay. Even Prarabdha, there is no guarantee you will live your full life. There is no guarantee. What if you abuse your Purushartha? अरे मेरा एस्ट्रोलॉजर ने बोला I have 91 years of life, no major physical issues. That is my prarabdha. I stopped him from looking after 91 because every time he looked into it, he was extending it by 3-4 years. So he said 91 mein ruk diyo. So he said that no major issue. अरे चलो अभी लाइसेंस मिल गया, खाओ पियो मजा करो, eat pizzas and burgers every day, hog on sweets. What will happen? Chances are good I won't live my full life. Why? Abuse of Purushartha has happened. Abuse of Purushartha has happened. So this can happen to anyone. Then you will die and there will be Shesha Prarabdha. Then you will need some karmas to be done so that the Shesha Prarabdha will go and join your Sanchita again and come in your next lifetime. Or if nobody does any karma for you, you will hang around as a ghost until that Shesha Prarabdha is exhausted by just you hanging around. Okay. This is the Shastras. Now you decide what you want to do. Okay. I would say don't be foolish and abuse your Purushartha. If you are supposed to have a long life, be thankful and be extra careful, because long life has a meaning only if your health is good. Otherwise it has got no meaning. It's a punishment otherwise. Yeah, but your astrologer has said it is good. Yeah, but I should take care that it remains that way. That much is necessary. Yeah. Okay, Vidyate Tasmin Drishte Paravare. This is Mundaka. We have seen it before. I thought It's good to go over again. Any other questions or this is clear?
One question, Maharaj.
Yeah, Puchi.
So you mentioned about the Nishtha, Gyan Nishtha,
Yeah.
being rooted in the knowledge. So the effort which I have to put to be rooted in the knowledge, so that is the thing to do, right?
See, that is not exactly called as karma. It's more of vichara taking place. Pramana vichara is taking place. How will you get rooted in this knowledge? See, you came to this knowledge with adhikaritvam. Viveka, Vairagya, etc. is there in you. That came by living a healthy life. Okay? And learning from the experiences life has to give you. Plus some refinement because you went for some satsang, did some reading, etc. And that refinement happened. All right. Now, I am studying Vedanta. Studying Vedanta is not exactly a karma, it is called pramana vichara. Okay, you are doing analysis of the pramana. It's not like karma, karma phala, you are working to earn money. It's not like that. Or you are doing a ritual for some punya papa. It is not like that. It is just to understand the truth for moksha. Therefore, this happens. That goes on all his life. Either he is reading or he is teaching. So, vichara is happening constantly. So, the nishtha grows. The longer he lives, the longer the nishtha is. The deeper the nishtha is. You need to have some optimum level. That's it. Then, this what the Shastra says is valid for you. Vidyate, hridaya, granthi, all that. Yeah.
Also, you mentioned that doubt and the understanding, the knowledge cannot
Yeah.
remain together. If
Correct.
There is, so does that mean if there is even a smaller doubt, it means that knowledge is not
Yes,
there?
yes. Not that knowledge is not there, it is there, but it is not clear yet.
Okay.
See, it is like you take a shot of a Polaroid camera from a Polaroid camera. The imprint is already there, na? In time, what happens? It becomes clearer and clearer and clearer. So, one class can give you the vision. If it is an unfolding class, where I am unfolding, you are nothing but pure consciousness. One class can give you the vision. But that vision becomes clearer and clearer and clearer as you keep studying. As you keep living a healthy life, as you keep studying, as you keep doing mananam, as you keep doing contemplation, it becomes clearer and part of your life. Once it is part of your life, you are called Jivan Mukta.
Okay.
That takes time. Yeah.
Yeah, because I read somewhere that jnanam, like knowledge, and being steady in knowledge are two different things. So,
Yeah, people make an unnecessary difference sometimes.
okay.
Yeah.
So it's a ongoing process.
Yeah. Because they are talking of a vision and then being rooted in the knowledge. So vision may have doubts. No? I got the vision, barabar hai. But I still may have some doubts to be clarified. So unless doubts are gone, you can't say acknowledge. No? So some writers make that difference. All this is a problem of academicians entering traditional teaching, and writing books. See, most traditional teachers rarely write books. Why? So whole body of literature available, why add to that? It's quite comprehensive. So who adds to that? Like I saw some PhD thesis. The concept of Sat in Advaita Vedanta. Someone presented me that. I said, I'm not going to read this. But Swamiji, it's a scholarly book, why are you not reading it? I said, because I disagree with the title itself. For me, Sat is not a concept. Sat is a reality. And you conceptualized it. So I know what you will be talking, nonsense. Why should I be wasting my time reading that book? Are you getting the idea?
Yes.
Yeah, so lot of people write like this. And see, this is a struggle every student has to go through. I also went through the struggle in my early days. Why? Because you don't know enough to judge which is right, which is wrong. So you will read whatever you are exposed to. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Why? Because it gives you what is known as apata jnanam, a general knowledge of the whole thing. With that general knowledge, you can come to the learning and get it clarified like how you are doing right now. So, this is not to discourage reading. No, I read all sorts of books. Some crazy ones also, which I thought was good at that time. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So these things happen. This is part of the game of life. Can't avoid that. Yeah. So now, why is so much talked about the Jivan Mukta? In fact, it's not over. There's much more. Some more verses are also there. Okay. This much is talked. We are talking a lot about the Jivan Mukta for the simple reason that this is benchmarking for ourselves. You cannot use this to judge somebody else and say, oh, that person is a Jivan Mukta or not. Not be possible. Okay. It takes a jnani to recognize a jnani. So, it's very difficult. It is not meant for evaluation. Let me see whether my teacher is a Jivan Mukta or not. If he is a Jivan Mukta, I will study from him. If he is a jnani, I will study. You don't know enough. I did not know enough when I started studying. Okay. Durlabam trayame vetat deva anugraha karanam. Manishutvam, mumukshutvam, mahapurusha samashraya. These three are very difficult things to get in life. It happens only with Bhagwan's blessings. What is that? Manishutvam, a human body, human birth. Mumukshutvam, the desire for moksha. And mahapurusha samashraya, a mahapurusha willing to teach you. This is only by God's grace. I know I have done nothing to deserve it except by God's grace. Only I got my teacher very early in life. Swamiji, if you got it, you deserved it, no? I don't know. I walked into a lecture by chance, like the spirit, like the way he was walking, and I said, wow, I must learn from. There were other people I met which I was influenced by. They may have been great men, they may have been great Jivan Muktas, but I couldn't connect. So there is God's grace that I should connect with this person. Bhagwan's grace, I should connect, I will learn. Therefore, this is benchmarking for ourselves. Have you got enough for yourself? It's an internal thing given to you. Do I have that nishtha? Do I have that rootedness and that knowledge? Each one has to decide that. And each one has to decide what is necessary for themselves. What do you need? What do you need to get that? Yeah. What do you need? Maybe more mananam, maybe more shravanam. One thing is true. I had one or two idiotic students who said, Swamiji, I attended enough of your classes now. Now I am going to sit and contemplate, and I know that person well, but I am not going to mention names. I will give it to you in writing. That contemplation is not enough for her. I will stake my reputation of almost 40 years of teaching on that. Yeah, yeah, not enough. And that may be my opinion, but the Shastra backs it up. Because the Shastra says in the Brahma Sutras, Avrtihi asakrat upadeshat. Again and again, Avrtihi, the upadesha, the teaching, asakrat, not just once, again and again, which is an analysis based on the Upanishadic statement, Paunah punyena shravanam kuryat, punah punah, again and again. So, punah punah becomes Paunah punyena, by grammatical function, reduplicated forms. Okay? Paunah punyena Shravanam kuryat, listen. Why does he say that? Because just like now, I may have a delusion. I have a delusion that I am the body. It's an ignorant conclusion, isn't it? It's a totally ignorant conclusion based on my ignorance that I am a finite human being. Similarly, I may have another delusion. I am a wise man, I know the truth. हो सकता है क्या नहीं? हो सकता है. Why are you saying हो सकता है? Okay, let me share something. Okay. I had a Guru Bhai in my class, when I was a student in the ashram, full-time students. So halfway through the course, he decided, no, I am a jnani, Jivan Mukta. So I asked him, how do you say that? See, there were few of us youngsters around also, in our 20, because anyone 22, 23 plus was allowed into the course that time. Okay. Good, if they are ready earlier, they are taken in early. But you know how a 25-year-old can be. थोड़ा किसकेला रहता है ना. So how do you know that? I am a wise person. I will never get angry. अभी मौका मिला ना. You can imagine what all we did to him. Okay. Okay. He is coming for the class, etc. One whack. Why are you hitting me? You are a jnani, you will not get angry. And believe me, a playful whack from me can also become pretty hard. And whack. And by the time he enters the class, he finds his table is taken and kept somewhere else, somebody else is sitting in it. You are a jnani Mahapurusha, why do you have to sit so close and listen to Puja Swamiji? You don't need all that. So, within a week he decided, I am not a jnani. That is so what we did was good for him, okay? Our intention was not just to harass him. Our intention was, that was bonus. That we could have some fun at his expense was bonus, okay? Because no entertainment in an ashram anyway. That was bonus point. Can you all hear me?
What happened?
Can you all hear me or not?
Now we can hear.
Can you see me?
Can hear you. No.
Okay, wait a minute until I change over, okay?
We can't see you.
We can't see you, Swamiji.
Okay, give me a minute, I'll change over.
What we are doing. Hello.
Okay, y'all, I'm sure you can hear me and see me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
218.
Okay.
Okay.
218.
Thank you.
218. Chapter 6. Chapter
That I
6.
know. Yeah, that I know.
Will you all just relax up a bit? Yeah. Okay. With this, therefore, that delusion that I am a wise person, when really speaking, I may not be. can be there in people. Therefore, he says, Pavana Punyena Shravanam Kuryat. Don't give up your Shravanam. Don't give up your Shravanam. Yeah. Because until your Nishtha is clear. But Swamiji gave me the robes now. Now I am a Mahaprusha. Nope. There is no guarantee just because you are wearing the robes, you are a Jivan Mukta. Yeah. In fact, I have been helping so many of my Guru Bhais, when you take sannyasa, etc., with the ritual, there are a couple of people who will help. So, I have done that as a sannyasi, I have done that before as a brahmachari also. Because I waited for a long time to take sannyasa. Since I had some commitments to take care of, I did wait. So, whenever Swamiji is giving the Upadesha, he will say, this is Vividisha sannyasa. Comes from the desire to know. So we are giving you sannyasa because you lead a lifestyle where you can get your rootedness in this knowledge. To always emphasize that fact. That means wearing the robes is not a certification that you are a Jivan Mukta. It's a certification that you are committed to this knowledge and nothing else. That much is there. That's not more than that. Not more than that. Therefore, because of all this, okay, that sutra has come there, avrti asakritupadesha. Keep exposing to the teaching. So people will say, even in Rishikesh we hear these things. Banaras mein jaake shravan karna chahiye. Because Banaras there are a lot of scholars, etc. available. So you must do shravanam in Banaras. Rishikesh mein aake manan karna chahiye. Should do mananam in Rishikesh. Why? It's a sadhu community available, you can discuss, debate, etc. Discuss and debate is the way Vedanta grew, okay? It's important. Therefore, don't hesitate to discuss it with among your Guru Bhais, among your batchmates, etc., classmates. Don't hesitate to discuss this. It's part of the game. और फिर उत्तरकाशी में जाके ध्यान करना चाहिए. You must meditate in Uttarkashi. Why Uttarkashi those days was a quiet place. Now Uttarkashi is a tourist spot with all the dam and all coming in. Now you'll have to go to Gangotri. Not true. This is not true. It is not that because you are doing Mananam and Nididhyasanam, you give up Shravanam. So in spite of saying all this, I had an idiotic student who said that, What to do? Samsaroyam ativa vichitram. Yeah. Samsara is very, takes all types. So I'll say a prayer. Bhagavan, take care. I don't seem to be able to take care. You take care. I know I have put good seeds there. That much I know. They'll fructify sometime. This lifetime or next lifetime. But I know just by Mananam and Nididhyasanam that person is not going to get it. It requires a lot more Shravanam. That I know very well. Because I know what I have taught. And how much he has understood and how much he has listened. Both. How much he has listened and how much of understanding is there on the basis of that. Therefore, never take that for granted. Okay. Therefore, Pavana Punyena Shravanam Kuryat. And again, listen to that. Now, all this is not mentioned in the Jivan Mukta, in the Vedanta Sara here, but I am saying all this because a next higher level of teaching is about to start. Okay. So, we need to, more in-depth level will come. So, we need to get all these things clear before that. Then, a little bit how the wise person lives, etc., after knowledge, that we will see in the next class. Okay. So, good place to stop. Om Tat Sat.
Thank you so much.